So Accenture has ordered their senior staff to use AI or lose out on promotions. You want to get ahead in an organization, you must use AI regularly. You must innovate. You must keep up with what's happening. Basically, associate directors and senior managers were told that, quote, regular adoption, end quote, of AI is a requirement for leadership consideration. No AI, get out of the company. Get out of the company. But don't just take my word for it. An internal leaked memo said, quote, use of our key tools will be a visible input to talent discussions. This is the new world we live in. This is the new world we live in. And I gotta say, I'm shocked by how many people don't want to accept it. Like, I remember back in the day when I was younger, I loved going to the mall. But the malls are dead now. Nobody goes to the malls now. I was in a mall the other day. It was completely dead. There was, 80% of the shops were completely dead. There was nobody in there. It looked like a zombie movie. That's the world we live in. We got to accept it. And Accenture is a massive consultancy firm, but what does that matter for your career? We'll hold that thought. We'll get to that in a moment, because this matters for everybody. What's happening at Accenture is the tip of the iceberg. And it's an indicator of what we can expect at every organization and what you can expect for your clients to need. If you're a business owner, your customers are actively looking for AI solutions right now. And if you're not providing AI solutions, they're gonna look somewhere else. I mean, I told this story a little while ago. Occasionally, I'm looking for assistants, virtual assistants, team members to help with some projects. And if I'm gonna work with someone long-term, it is required. One of the questions I ask is, are you using AI? And if they're not using AI, I just don't, the interview doesn't even happen. If they can't articulate specific ways that they're using AI to get work done more effectively, the interview doesn't even happen. And by the way, I don't even look at the applications. If I put out a job listing, I don't look at any of the applications. I have AI review all the listings. I've had AI review hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of job applications at this point. I don't even look at them. And again, if their answer to the AI question, how are you using AI to do your job better? If the answer is, oh, I don't know, or I'm not really using it, the interview doesn't happen. I don't even take a second look at it. It gets, boop, automatically shelved. Anyway, back to Accenture. Accenture publicly disclosed, quote, our strategy is to be the reinvention partner of choice for our clients and to be the most client-focused, AI-enabled, great place to work. That requires the adoption of the latest tools and technologies to serve our clients most effectively. Guys, that is exactly what I just said. This is the way that the world works now. And I know there's some of you guys out there who are doubting it, saying, oh, AI is not real, or it's all smoke and mirrors, or people are just blaming AI as an excuse to abscond from responsibilities or to take accountability. But I don't know what to tell you. It's happening. It's happening. It's here. We're seeing it day in, day out. Subscribers to the channels get this. They know this. Again, none of this should be a surprise. Again, if you've been subscribed to the channel, you would know that we covered this last year, where Accenture announced it would fire staff that could not be reskilled into AI. I'll post a link to that video here, because Accenture has been extremely clear that they are going to be firing people that don't get on board with AI. And they're putting their money where their mouth is, guys. They've committed over $3 billion to build out their AI services. The CEO, Julie Sweet, announced 550,000 workers have already been reskilled on fundamentals of generative AI. They've partnered with OpenAI. They've given tens of thousands of team members ChatGPT Enterprise access. They've partnered with Anthropic. They've given tens of thousands of team members access to Claude code. They've partnered with Palantir to train thousands of team members on their software. The writing's on the wall, guys. It is happening. And what we can learn from big organizations like Accenture is where things are going. We can learn lessons. This is why I cover what the biggest companies are doing, because if the big companies are doing it, we can learn lessons. You don't need to be spending billions of dollars on AI to learn the lessons from companies that are spending billions of dollars in AI. So what does this mean for you? At the end of the day, we see what's happening at Accenture, and you probably agree, okay, if it's happening at Accenture, if it's happening at these other big firms, then we can likely see these types of AI rollouts happening at our organizations also. You can also agree, my clients are probably gonna start to expect that I have some level of AI proficiency. We can all agree with that. But what I wanna do here is give you something a little bit practical. What does this mean for you? Whether you're a business owner, consultant, or an employee at an organization. Here's the reality. AI is the future. It is the current. It is happening now. It's already powerful. It can already do a lot of things really well. It does some things poorly, which brings up opportunities, but it's already powerful. And this is the worst it's ever going to be. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. It's going to become more efficient. Just think back. Think about technology, guys. Back in the day, you would have, sometimes I find like little USB cards in drawers, and it's like 2 megabytes. Wow, remember when a 2 megabyte SD card was like the thing and it was the size of a notebook? Now I have a micro SD card that can hold a terabyte of data. That's insane. And the point here is that AI is only going to get more efficient. It's only going to get more efficient. The token processing power is going to be more efficient. The process the cost of using tokens to solve problems is going to become less expensive. It's going to happen. Data centers are going to go up. There's going to be more competition. It's going to happen. It's going to be better and more cost effective. And the reality here, guys, is there's just way too much money being poured into AI. Way too much. Hundreds of billions of dollars. We cover it day in, day out. Subscribers know. So much cash. I mean, we just covered a couple days ago the India's AI Impact Summit. And I mean, you got companies like, yeah, we're committing $100 billion to developing India. We had several companies that committed or recommitted. You know, I know a guy that works at Microsoft's data center. He's part of the leadership over at Microsoft's data center. He's saying that they're planning on building out 1,000 AI data centers. So much money is being poured into that. And then you as a leader, as an employee, as a consultant, or as an owner, need to be strategically aligned with where the money goes. You know, one of the things that's interesting on a political standpoint is we have this rise of these betting markets. They say they're not betting markets, they say they're probability markets. But you see these platforms like Polymarket pop up, and you know, from what we can tell, Polymarket is much more accurate than polls. You know, by the way, how often have you gotten a call from someone who was doing a poll on like who you're going to vote for or what? How often have you gotten one of those calls, picked it up and say like, sure, I'd love to answer questions with a random stranger about political leanings for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Sure, I'd love to. Nobody does that. Well, I mean, some people do. Weirdos, I guess. But how does that give you an accurate representation? I don't know. I'm skeptical. But you follow where people put their money. Where your money is, so is your heart. Where your money goes, that's where your heart is. And when you see companies, or when you see people, again, betting on Polymarket, I think that's going to give you a much better read on what people actually think. It's the same thing in the business world, in the professional world, guys. Where the money goes, that's where the motivation goes. And as someone who's trying to make it to remain, as a man trying to remain relevant, respected, financially free, we need to go where the money goes. You need to be strategically aligned with your organizations, with your team, with your customers, with your clients. And where all their money is going right now is into AI, okay? So if you are at a company that is using AI, you need to be aligned with that if you want to get ahead. That's what Accenture is saying. Accenture is saying, guys, we're pouring in billions of dollars into AI. You can learn the stuff and grow with us, or you could go somewhere else. And that's, guys, that's what every company's going to be doing. And companies that aren't doing that yet, you need to be thinking if that's the type of company that you want to be at. If you're at a company that's not actively trying to implement AI, you are you're with a dead horse. That company is falling behind. Is that where you want to be spending your next 18 months? working with a company that's not using AI, I don't think that's a smart play, personally. I don't think that's a smart play. I think that's a very bad place to be because you're not developing the skills, the reps, the AI literacy that's going to be necessary to succeed in a world where all the money is going towards AI development. And that's the reality, guys. There is massive chaos coming, and inside the chaos leads to opportunity. And what we're going to see here over the coming weeks, months, and years is companies are going to scramble. They are going to scramble to implement this new AI, and they're going to make a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes will be made. Just wait, we'll cover it here. We're going to see massive data breaches, security breaches, privacy problems. We're going to see money completely wasted. We're going to see it. We're going to cover it here on the channel too. So if you're not subbed yet, this is the time. We're going to see that. And what is going to happen here is as these problems occur, new opportunities will present themselves to the guys that are thinking ahead, to the guys that are learning, the guys that are ready to execute. New problems require new solutions. And AI, what AI is going to do is it's going to solve problems that were traditionally solved by humans. AI is going to solve those problems. I just posted a short just on the channel earlier today. A giant industrial-sized AI-driven robot cleaning the floors at Sam's Club. This is the middle of the day. It's noon. There's people walking all around, and this big robot just kind of going through the middle of the store. My son was blown away. He's like, how does it not run over people? How does it know what it's doing? I'm like, it's AI, dude. It's an AI robot. They're everywhere. I saw one at 7-Eleven the other day. I saw one in a hotel in Washington, D.C. I was visiting Krakow last year, and there were AI robots mowing the lawns. Guys, they're all over the place. It's not going to stop. The point I'm trying to make here is that problems that you used to solve are not going to be the problems you're going to be solving in the future. And so what we're looking for here is we're looking for new opportunities. We're looking for new problems to solve. And when companies are spending billions of dollars on AI, they're going to have much larger problems and much more urgent problems, much more important problems for you to solve. But here's the deal. Being an AI generalist is going to be a much harder way to go. And I've been kind of in the business world for several years. I've launched a few businesses. Some have worked out, some have not. I'm just working on different projects here. But what I have found is that the riches are in the niches. Being a generalist is not where you're going to get the most scale. I'll give you an example. A friend of mine, he grew and exited his marketing agency at just about $10 million. He had about just under $10 million with his exit. And what was he doing? Well, he was selling Facebook ads for people, but not just for anybody. He specialized in Facebook ads for massage parlors, but not just for any service in the massage parlor. He focused on the high-priced services for advanced skincare treatments. So he wasn't just selling meta ads to everyone. He's selling meta ads to spas, and he's selling specifically advanced skincare because he knew the language, he knew the processes, he knew the systems, he knew the drip campaigns. He built out a system around that one specific niche, and he had a huge exit. And this is the point I'm trying to make. When it comes to AI, it's going to be tough to win in a generalist world. But if you can get really good at one tool, in one industry, in one solution, maybe that's, I specialize in AI message taking callbacks for insurance agencies, for life insurance agencies, whatever it is. You get granular. All of a sudden, you're the go-to guy for that one specific problem in that one specific industry, for that one specific niche. You're the guy. You're a blue ocean. You're not competing against everyone else. And again, this makes it very easy to scale up. And you can't be slow, guys. If you're a leader, don't be slow, adapt, get in, start testing it, start finding your niche, You know, it's just a crazy time. And please, at the end of the day, be public. Don't be quiet about what you're doing. Be public, grow, share the wins, share the failures. Let everyone know that you're in this stuff. You're in the game. It's gonna lead to opportunities. I can tell you, just by posting these daily videos, it's leading to opportunities in my life. Some of which I pass down, some of which I refer out, but it's leading to opportunities. And that's where I want you guys to be. Be public. And it does, you know, listen, you might say, oh, Mark, I don't like social media. I don't know how to do it. Listen, you want something simple. Here's a quick takeaway. Twice a week on LinkedIn, share a blog, share an article, share a post. You only need to write much, maybe write one sentence. Read this post about how AI is changing healthcare. Thought it was interesting to all my cardiologists out there. Hey guys, was reading this article about how AI is changing auto repair facilities. This was interesting. It doesn't need to be complicated, but you share that out, people start to put you next to that problem with the AI solution. That's where you want to be, guys. All right, I hope you liked today's video. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Love seeing y'all here. Love seeing the comments. I read all of them, so make sure you keep firing them. Even the hate, you made me great. And I'll see you in the next video. If you like today's video, you will love yesterday's video. We talked about exactly why Amazon and how Amazon is implementing this. They just fired hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of corporate employees in their New York office. Why? You guessed it. Check out the video here. See you there, guys. Peace.